Hey everyone!
Hello!
Brandon,
Oh.
what are we doing in this video?
Well, what we're doing in this video, Sarah will do most of the talking in this. Now, normally I always say that, and then I do most of the talking, and I just babble on with no good information. However, in this one, Sarah probably really will after I get this intro out of the way. So we have had a ton of requests forever and ever, and especially from our patrons, and our requests from our patrons, they go to the top of the shelf, everyone, or top of the line, front of the line, I don't know. But we are here to talk about our top, is it a top 5 or just top in general?
Oh, top 5. This
Top
is
5.
honorable mentions.
Okay, and this is for breakfast at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Breakfast ideas, locations are our own personal top 5 that may give you some ideas, and then some honorable mentions, and I don't know. I'm going to be quiet now, everyone, but I'll say this. You might see our cat Wyatt back here, who right as we started filming, right before we started filming, came down and demanded the blinds get open for him because he likes to look at we say, in the big blue world, Wyatt's going to go explore.
It's true.
All right. Anyway,
he
Sarah,
does love to explore.
Take over.
So we decided to do this video. This is going to be probably the first in a series of top videos because one of the biggest questions that we get asked a ton all over social media, on our YouTube videos, on Patreon, is what are our top recommendations for places to eat at? Whether it's table service, quick service. Yep. Today, we're going to do one of Sarah's favorite things in the world at Disney.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. So we're going to do our top 5 top recommendations for gluten-free and allergy-friendly options for breakfast. And I guess I'll give the caveat that most of what we're going to say in today's list is going to be more table service focused. And I think that's just because most of the breakfast options at Disney at quick service locations are pretty standard across each different location. Like you're going to get a bounty platter with gluten-free, allergy-friendly Mickey waffles and some kind of potato and some kind of egg. Yeah. So I don't really think they're too fancy or unique. So most of what we're going to share is unique and good options from table service locations.
Yes. And are we doing a top 5 in order or just it's a top 5 but no particular number 3 might be our actual favorite? You know, how are we doing this?
I did not have them ranked by my favorite.
Gotcha.
I have a top 5 list that I think are really good, solid, unique options.
Okay.
So I guess we'll just kind of maybe do a round robin. I'll do one and you do one of our favorites. I'll probably have more because I love breakfast.
Everyone,
and Brandon does not
This
love
is a
breakfast.
top 5 video and I only came up with 4. So let that be a I don't know, something.
You're not a big fan of the
I am not a
breakfast.
big, okay, let me rephrase that. I actually love the breakfasts if I actually get to them. We've talked about this over and over, especially in our live streams and everything. But Sarah is an early riser, or at least earlier than I at rising. I like to sleep in. Even if someone says, do you want to go get a delicious Disney breakfast? I'm like, I'd rather stay in bed because I stayed up late playing video games.
It's true.
It's true. Anyway, but I do have a top 4. Actually, no, I do have 5. But anyway, there's some I really do have that are very solid. But I'll let Sarah go first.
Okay, so I guess my first one that I'm going to talk about is a place that I have been going to for more than 20 years. I think it's a family favorite. It's a location that I think the food continues to be solid, interesting, unique, and I think their breakfast is better than their dinner, and that is Boma at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Boma was on my list.
I know,
I remembered
good.
it. Yeah, Boma. I've only been there once or twice. But Sarah, take over. It was on my list as well.
Yeah, Boma is a great option. So this is considered an all-you-care-to-enjoy buffet style meal, which if you are gluten-free and have celiac disease like me or food allergies where you're concerned about cross-contamination, that can feel a little overwhelming. But the biggest pro tip that I always have with any kind of buffet style place at Disney is you can actually get food brought from the kitchen directly to the table so you don't have to worry about eating stuff off of the buffet line. And we do that every time we go to buffets. We will talk to a chef. Boma, like other buffets at Disney, does have an allergen guide, and that allergen guide will say these are the items on the buffet and what special dietary needs that they are safe for. And you can actually talk to a chef. What I usually do is mark that and say, these are things we want. All the tots, every tot on the planet.
Always.
And then ask for any additional items that might not typically be available or could have an easy modification. So one of the things that I love about Boma is, first of all, it's just so much good food.
It's a ton of good food.
So much good food.
The theming is amazing. You're at Animal Kingdom Lodge, some of the best tots on property, ample food, pog juice.
Or jungle juice.
Jungle juice. I don't know what it's called, everyone. All I know is the few times I've been there, it was amazing. I loved it. I hated getting out of bed, but once I was there, absolutely amazing. And the last time Sarah went with her family and everything, I slept in. Neil Patrick Harris was there.
That's true.
So they saw Neil Patrick Harris, got to hang out with him for a little bit and everything. So awesome. Yeah,
the food is great. I like that they have a combination of kind of your traditional breakfast options. So if you're thinking that sort of African-inspired food might be not the most enticing or difficult if you have picky eaters or people who don't like certain kinds of things, I think this is a really approachable way to get different kinds of options. You're going to get kind of your standard breakfast, but then also some unique things as well. And the smells and the grilled asparagus there and the chakalaka, which is like a tomato stew, is so good. So there's lots of different things that you can try. And I just think it's a really solid, great option that continues to be a solid, great option for breakfast, and one that we continue to go to for family things. We're doing a holiday thing. My mom was like, please, book Boma for breakfast. So
are we going back soon?
We are during the holiday season.
I didn't know that, everyone. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
My only recommendation for all breakfasts
is
as late, but also as late in the day as possible. If there's an 11:30 time, that's better than an 8 o'clock time.
Yeah, which is probably why Brandon's most of his choices will be places that offer brunch or later times, like till 2 o'clock.
Anyway, no, Boma is awesome, and it was on my list too.
Yeah, I think it's a great, solid option. Highest of high recommend. It's a place that we continue to go to and really love.
Yep. All right.
What's yours?
All right, my turn, everyone. So I'm going to go off on a little tangent here, and Sarah's going to roll her eyes. She just did without even knowing it. Really quickly, I do have a top one or two, actually in order. The others are kind of out of order.
I feel like I know what they're going
to be. Here's the problem, though. My 1 and 2 are fluctuating because I have a number 1 because it has one dish at it that's better than all the dishes we're ever about to talk about. However, I also recognize, excuse me, my other one is probably the better choice, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the one that I think is, I'm just going to pull the bandage off and start with the one I think is actually number 1 for me right now. And it's not the one with my favorite dish at it. It's my overall number 1, that is 1900 Park Fare. I loved it. We just went there recently.
1900 Park Fare?
That one. We have a video about it. That video went viral. It got billions of views. It deserves it. But again, we have a whole video about it. I absolutely loved it. I think it is overall... So I'm not building up to number 1. Everyone, you just heard it. My number 1 choice is the 1900 Park Fare at Disney's Grand Floridian Lodge, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Everything about it was amazing. And I want to say this. I've only been there once since they've reopened. Sarah had been there before they had to reopen. But since they've reopened, she's been there multiple times, which is awesome. And so the chef we had, who's in our video, was incredible. But Sarah has also confirmed with her multiple outings when I get forced to stay home and she throws me in the corner. No one puts baby in the corner. No
one puts Brandon in the corner.
Does everyone remember the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? Not Roadhouse. It wasn't Roadhouse. Dirty Dancing. What am I saying, everybody? You're here for my movie references and I just screwed up. But I corrected myself immediately. Long story short, it's already long. 1900 Park Fare blew my mind. I think you see it in the video. Theming was great. The food was out of control. The chef we had that day was incredible. She has said the other chefs have been incredible. The food is plentiful, bountiful even. Sarah, take it away. I don't know if that was on your list.
It was an honorable mention on my list.
Well, can you talk about your honorable mention, which is my number 1 choice?
Yeah, I think Brandon's spot on. I think it's a great option if you were looking for a character meal.
Oh, and it's a character meal.
Yeah. Yep. Like Boma, it is also going to be the all you care to enjoy kind of option. We did the exact same thing at our breakfast at 1900 Park Fare there. We talked to Chef Mark, who is awesome. Again,
amazing.
Watch that video.
It'll be linked below.
He's a rock star. So much good food. Again, you can customize things. They have some really great original kind of house-made gluten-free and allergy-friendly muffins that they're making. And this is another location where I think the the breakfast outshines the dinner overall.
Yes.
I did not have the dinner.
I didn't have dinner, but I've read enough about it, seen enough about it. Sarah told me about it. And we will go, by the way, we will be vlogging dinner eventually there. However, in saying that, everything I have seen does say breakfast is better. Oops, excuse me. And Sarah has done both.
Yeah, I think the breakfast is a better option overall in terms of the value, what you get. We got another mighty bounty of tops there, but also even custom things like the gluten-free eggs Benedict that the chef made me. Again, things that you can ask about that might not be on that guide, but was just so good. Even plant-based options. There was a lovely tofu scramble that we had that was super tasty. Just a real variety of things that is unique. They've got the strawberry soup that's gluten-free. It does contain dairy, but if you can have dairy, that could be a really nice, unique option. And I think overall with the characters, it was just a very fun experience, and the food was really
And
great.
I'm glad Sarah said something that reminded me of something. Always ask. If they give you that allergen list, well, you'll get it. Base your decisions off of that partially. Ask questions. Ask the chef, can you do this? Can you do this? 90% of the time, they might actually tell you yes. Right? Or come up with a surprise for you or something like that. So.
Yeah. In this case, like the gluten-free, allergy-friendly bread wasn't listed, so we asked if they had that on hand. Even the tots weren't listed as safe, but the chef was able to make it for us in a dedicated fryer. So it's always worth asking, and I think there can be lots of different options, especially at breakfast, and it definitely hit the mark, and we loved everything that we got.
Everything. I was shook to the core by how much I love the breakfast there. Because if you watch that video, and again, if you watched it, you know what I'm about to say. If you haven't, go back, or you should watch it. And if you've watched it already, watch it again, give us the watch hours. But really quickly, it started out, I was worried about it. I was like, this is not going to, I didn't think it would be terrible, but I was like, why are we here? Absolutely awesome. 1900 Park Fare, highest to high recommends.
Yeah, and if you watch our videos, Brandon just eats potatoes the whole time. And there was multiple kinds of potatoes. Cheesy potato casserole if you can have dairy. There was a potato hash plus tots. All the potatoes for breakfast.
Incredible.
So definitely good option.
There's my first, well, Boma was on my list too, so we've knocked out 2 of mine.
See if we can remember, Brandon, all the options. Okay, so my next option is at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and I am going to say Kona Cafe. Kona Cafe to me...
That's in your top 5?
Yeah, because I
love you so much.
I love you so much, and I love Kona so much because they have a gluten-free, dairy-free Tonga toast sliders if you ask. They have gluten-free macadamia nut pancakes if you ask.
That's true.
They have an amazing gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan Loco Moco.
That's true.
I love the unique options here, and I love that there's a lot of gluten-free, dairy-free options that are available, including things like the strawberry sauce, which is gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan. There's just a lot of different things that I really like, in addition to kind of your regular standard breakfast options. The biggest tip that I'll say for Kona is always ask, because the Tonga toast sliders and the macadamia nut pancakes are not currently listed on the allergy-friendly menu, but they've been doing them for a super long time. So even though you might not think that's available, it should be an option when you go.
We say it in every, no, we don't say it in every video. We say it in a lot of our videos, and a lot of you have said it too after we invented it. Be your own advocate. Always be your own advocate. We get a lot of comments from people, and they're good comments about how, again, we're all different. Sarah speaks up a lot more than I do, believe it or not. But for some people, it's hard to speak up. It's hard to say, well, can you do more for me? Or not more, that sounds weird. But can you do this? Can you do this? Don't ever be afraid to ask. The absolute worst you're going to get, the worst is a no. That's it. That's the worst that's going to happen. The best that's going to happen is they're going to make you something magical.
Yeah, and I think it's always worth asking. Double checking, making sure. I think the allergy-friendly menus are always a really great starting point. But even if you're dairy-free, I feel like the allergy menus can often have a gap when there's a super simple modification, like a sandwich, taking off the cheese, or something like that that just isn't listed. So it's always worth asking. So I would definitely recommend for the Tonga toast sliders, for the macadamia nut pancakes. They're so good. Also, they do typically have Erin McKenna's gluten-free, allergy-friendly donuts there with the breakfast platter you get.
Okay, can we talk about that really quick? Kona was not on my list. I don't know. Kona's gone up and down for me. They still have the best mashed potatoes on property, by the way. However, I'm glad Sarah just said that, so let me just jump in here. Those donuts, I love them. That's it. I love them. I love those donuts. I absolutely love them. I could eat them all day, every day. I love those donuts.
And not very many restaurants do serve them, so it's nice that you can get them at Kona. And while Ohana is next door and you can get lovely family-style, gluten-free, and allergy-friendly options there, I think Kona's the better bet price point-wise and for variety if you want something different.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Here it comes, everyone. Kona's better than Ohana. Moving on.
So I definitely recommend it. I kind of miss old Kona. Kona has sort of shifted and evolved over the years.
Yeah, me too.
Especially for their breakfast. I miss the big kahuna platter that can be made gluten-free and allergy-friendly, but it's still a great option. And I think if you're looking for something a little bit different, this could be a great place to go to.
Absolutely.
So moving on, Brandon, what's your next of the three you had?
It's my turn. No, I got 5. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go.
You cheat and look at my list?
No. I am going to go to the 1900 Park Fair is my number 1, but this is the one that was fluctuating. Just this.
I know what this is.
You do. Because it has my single favorite breakfast dish meal on all of Disney property. Yes, even better than 1900 Park Fair. But the everyone saw that, right? But it's not my favorite location or anything. And here we go. It is Trattoria
Trattoria al Forno.
I can never say it. Trattoria al. Say it again.
Trattoria al Forno.
Everyone say that 5 times fast. You can't do it. Trattoria al Forno.
Yeah, or Trattoria.
Trattoria. Everyone, I don't care the proper way to say it. I'm going to say this, and it's at the Boardwalk, Boardwalk Empire. It is the best dish for breakfast on Disney property. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Sarah, what's the dish called? Because I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world, and I don't know the name of it, but I can taste it right now.
Steak and eggs.
Is that simple? It's not a special name or anything?
I don't think so.
All right, so
I'll put a note if it is, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a steak and eggs.
I think we vlogged it once. I don't think twice. But
we've been several times. We just only vlogged it once.
After Sarah drugged me there that first time, and that's the dish I had, I said, what is this? What magic is this? The Wizard of Oz is here or something? I don't know. It was it blew my mind. I don't know if everyone will agree with me. And I don't know if Sarah would agree with me. I loved it. It did just fine for my taste buds. I loved it so much. I wanted to go back there for breakfast. We had it again. I think we've only vlogged it once. I want to say this, though. Trattoria al Forno, it's not my favorite restaurant. It's just not. Dinner there has been middling at best, I think, correct? We've had a couple bad experiences there, which is fine. This isn't about that. I don't think it looks the best. The theming's not the greatest. It's fine. But that dish and the breakfast in general, we both had a good breakfast there. But my dish, and Sarah will probably insert some old footage of it, or she already has at this point. Words fail me. I don't know what more to say about it. I think 1900 Park Fair is my number 1 overall. But this dish, it's one of the rarest of rare things where I could literally eat that every day. I know people say, oh, I could have this every day. Most of the time you get sick of stuff. I don't think I would on this one. This is something I think I really could have this every single day and love it. Perfect amount, perfect taste. Perfect everything. Sarah, if you want to say anything, I don't think Trattoria al Forno is on your list, I'm assuming.
It's an honorable mention for me because
go ahead,
I think it has unique options.
Okay.
So it's more Italian-inspired breakfast. Like they have like a caprese-style omelet, which I've had before, and that's gluten-free. It can be made dairy-free if you take away the cheese and make sure that there's no dairy in the eggs. There's just a few different kinds of options. And I think also too, Brandon really likes that steak and eggs because they have an oak fire. So I think you get kind of that really nice flavor on the steak. So it smells great in there.
If you can have the steak and eggs there and you haven't had it yet, you go out of your way for it. Go out of your way for it.
Yeah, I think there are definitely a lot of nice options there. It's great and convenient if you are staying in that boardwalk resort area or you're going to any of those parks. Maybe you're on the Skyliner and you get off and you can get there. Yep. So it definitely does have some nice options. And again, just like some of the other ones we've mentioned, I think the breakfast outshines the dinner.
Oh, easily. Again, we're not here to dwell on that, so I'll say it for 5 seconds again. Dinner there has been mid-road, middle of the road. I don't think we've had a poor dinner there, but we've never had a really good dinner either. It's just completely forgettable. So like I think if we were staying there from out of town, we'd probably have dinner there at least once just because we're right there. And it's not bad, but no, breakfast is much, much, much better than dinner there. And Sarah, your next choice then.
Okay, so my next choice, Brandon's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, I forgot about this place.
Oh, or it's on my list and you don't know.
Or it's on your list and I don't know. So we're gonna take another monorail loop resort trip to...
Biscuits in the oven, gonna watch them rise? No?
No, but
I'll get to that later, everyone. Go ahead. That's on my list.
It is at the same resort though, because we are gonna go to Disney's Contemporary Resort. We're gonna go to Steakhouse 71.
How did I forget that for breakfast? Because they have the bacon and eggs.
That's only at lunch and dinner.
Everyone ignore what I just said. Sarah may or may not edit that out. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, Sarah, take it away because that's on your list. I don't remember breakfast there, everyone. Have I ever been there?
Yes, you have. We have eaten breakfast there a multitude of times. Brandon, just every time we go for breakfast, Brandon goes, can I get bacon and eggs? And I say, yes, but not the appetizer bacon and eggs. You can.
I just did it again.
Get the cheesy grits there that come with the bacon and eggs appetizer and served at lunch and dinner for breakfast. And you could add bacon, but just not a pork belly. But Steakhouse 71 is another table service restaurant. I think it's a really great option because there is quite a few different things that you can get there.
I have no memory of ever going there for breakfast.
I guess not.
I have no memory.
We'll show the vlog, and you all can remember.
I have no memory of going there.
So they have gluten-free eggs Benedict that you can get upon request. They have sometimes seasonal toppings for allergy-friendly Mickey waffles that can be gluten-free, sometimes even dairy-free, that normally come with kind of their pancakes that are really fun and unique. I've had lemon curd and blueberries and sort of more fall-inspired stuff. There's lots of different things that you can get. A really awesome gluten-free, dairy-free, and plant-based avocado toast that's super yummy, and different kinds of omelets and those grits. I think it's a nice mix of kind of standard, kind of classic breakfast, but a little bit more upscale and unique. So I think it's a really solid option that apparently Brandon has no memory of.
What do I think of it?
I think you got steak and eggs there. You always get steak and eggs there.
Wait a minute.
You said the steak
was this the one where the steak was like split like this?
I don't know, but you had like a little bowl of eggs, and you were like, they're in a tiny little bowl, and I love that.
I don't have any memory of this, everyone. And I'm sorry, and I'll work on that.
I will say, great options. To me, it's a classic. I eat there a ton more than Brandon does because he doesn't remember it, because I'll go with friends or family coming in because it's just a great option that I think is a reasonable price point. It's not, although it has gotten a little bit more crowded, the word is out about it. But it's nice and calm usually. You can get kind of a seat in the corner, and I like the vibes and I like the food.
And Steakhouse 71 itself is awesome. And if you stay there for lunch or dinner, get that stack burger.
Oh, yeah.
The stack burger is the best burger on property. We're not here for that. We're here for breakfast.
We're not doing brunch. We're just doing breakfast.
We'll do that next. Or something.
Super good options there. Again, good price point, good variety of different things across different special diets, and also really convenient to the Magic Kingdom as well. So it's a win-win for me.
All right, so my next choice, I think I already gave it away, everyone. I think I already gave it away. We're going to stay at Disney's Contemporary Resort because we are going none other than upstairs from where we were at Steakhouse 71, and we're going to sing the song, Biscuits in the Oven, gonna watch them rise, biscuits in the oven. And we're going to Chef Mickey's because Chef Mickey's was one of my overall best breakfast experiences. We vlogged it, correct? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's been a little while. It's been a little while, and things always change at Disney. Disney is forever changing. I forgot the Chef Nathan?
No,
I forget his name.
It was?
Shoot, it's been a while, everyone. Amazing chef.
We might
Kevin.
Put the
Kevin.
I want to put it in.
We'll put the caption in.
We have his name.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Because be a rock star, absolute rock star. First and foremost, it's a character dining.
It is. Also, before Brandon starts to talk about our meal, it is different now than it was when we went. So we went...
What changed?
Kind of during
the end
more of COVID times when they were not doing buffet options. So it was a family style meal. So we had everything already automatically brought to the table. And it was a little bit more of a limited fixed option versus now it is a full buffet again at Chef Mickey's. But I think a lot of what we're going to say still stands, and they do still have a lot of the options that we got, like the cheesy potatoes that Brandon loved.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of the same things are going to still apply because it was a lot of the standard breakfast options.
Okay.
It's just now a buffet, so just like Boma or 1900 Park Fair.
Oh, okay.
We would say talk to a chef again
100%.
and just get that food brought from the kitchen if you're not comfortable eating off the buffet.
Okay. So, amazing character, at least character interactions for us while we were there. Great costumes, great songs playing and everything. And the food, whoever Sarah inserted the chef's name was, and I'm sure all the chefs there are amazing, but we dealt with one awesome guy, was awesome. The potatoes, the amount of food they brought out. And even though, like Sarah just informed me, it's a buffet now, I would say, like she just said, no different than Boma, no different than 1900 Park Fair. Chef will bring it out to you. They'll bring it out to you. If you can go to the buffet, go to the buffet too. I mean, please do. But also get the chef to bring some food out to you. And ask questions, be your own advocate, and they'll probably make something special for you.
Yeah, and I will say too, when we went, they did have, again, because it was sort of less the characters coming to the table, they did have a show, and they did Raffy's biscuits in the oven.
Gonna watch them rise.
That may not be true now. It may be different because we haven't been back in a couple of years. So
it's been that long?
Yeah.
I thought
So
it was
just
like
know
9 or 10 months ago. Wow.
Just know that your mileage may vary with that and the way they do it. But if you are really wanting to have a character meal and you like that kind of Chef Mickey's vibe, or if you've been going to Chef Mickey's for a really long time, that's a great option to go to.
Yeah. So that's my choice. Now we're gonna send it over to Sarah.
All right. Well, speaking of fun songs and good food, in another kind of character meal experience.
Not on the monorail line?
Not on
Is
the
it on the
monorail
Skyline line?
It is. I'm going to go take us to Disney's Riviera Resort, to Topolino's Terrace, which has the best character outfits, the best character songs, and the best, sassiest, most amazing character interactions that we have had probably at any character meal. And we've had some amazing experiences.
Yeah. Daisy was out of control.
No, Topolino's Terrace there is so good. So if you have a special dietary need, you will be able to get lots of different options like gluten-free and allergy-friendly pastries. We've seen sort of a hit or miss lately because of some supply chain issues, but typically muffins, donuts, even some cookies. Your mileage, again, will vary depending on when you go, but really delicious and also large gluten-free, allergy-friendly Mickey waffles.
True.
Like a full-size one, not just the little Mickey waffles, which is very unique and I think a great option. And then, again, kind of more upscale breakfast with like the steak and eggs you got is kind of that oak grill.
Yeah.
You've got different kinds of things that are just a little bit more elevated. Like I think I had a gluten-free kind of style quiche that they made me, like a crustless quiche, and that was super good. So they've got a little bit of different options that can fit your special dietary needs that I think are a little bit more unique. And the characters are awesome.
Yeah, characters are amazing. I don't have much more to add because Sarah's going to probably go, of course, Brandon, of course. I don't really remember the food there. I believe I really liked it. I remember enjoying it. But what I remember, what is seared here, I do, unlike Steakhouse 71, I do remember this entire breakfast because I remember where we sat at a booth. I remember the song, Bello, Bello, I don't know the whole song. And the character interactions were incredible. We loved the Riviera Resort, everything about it. So yes, that was, I don't know if it was on my list. I didn't forget about it, but I didn't recall the food necessarily. And I'm sorry, everyone. But for character dining, incredible, highest of high recommends. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I think the character meal is just a really great one.
Yep.
It is hard to get reservations there. So if it's something that you really want to do and think that you and your family would like, make sure to get those reservations ASAP because they book up very quickly and it is hard to get. But Topolino's Terrace is just a really fun character meal with decent and sort of different breakfast options.
Yep. And I have one more.
Okay, let's do it.
It's the first one because I believe, hold on, let me think about our choices we had. This might be the first time we've gone into the parks.
Okay.
We're going into the parks and we're going to Animal Kingdom for Tusker House.
Oh, yay!
We're going to Tusker House, everyone. I don't know. It's weird because, like, I think Topolino's overall I liked better for breakfast, but Tusker House I remember more, so maybe I didn't. Tusker House, first of all, the theming at Tusker House is incredible. You're at Animal Kingdom anyway, so the theming is going to be awesome. I don't remember all the food, but I can see it and taste it in my mind, if that makes any sense. Absolutely delicious. The character interactions were awesome. Topolino's probably has a little better character costumes, but man, those Tusker House costumes are awesome too.
So cute.
Anyway, anything to say about that? I loved it.
It is going to be more of your standard breakfast with a few kind of African-inspired options, just like Boma. So again, I think it's a great people pleaser versus dinner, which people might not feel is as approachable. You, again, are going to see that more of a buffet now. When we have gone, it was more family style, but just like any buffet, again, I feel like we're just saying that over and over again, but it's really true. Just ask and they can have those items brought back to you from the kitchen. Yep. Lots of good gluten-free, dairy-free, and plant-based options. Of course, allergy-friendly Mickey waffles and all the breakfast fixings. And I think it was one of my honorable mentions.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think in terms of an actual restaurant inside a park that we really like and think is good, I think Tusker House definitely ranks
absolutely tops. High recommend again, and you're in the parks. We've kind of avoided that up till now. Everything's been at a resort. Everyone, I am out of ideas. I'm out of, I guess, verbal skills. But Sarah, take any more away, honorable mentions or your top list or whatever, and I will just comment from there.
Okay, well, I have 3 things left.
Okay.
One on my top 5, which is another one Brandon's gonna be like, how did I forget this one?
Hold on, let me think. I'm not looking at your phone. I'm not looking at your phone. Inside or outside the parks?
Outside of the parks.
Okay.
At a resort that's not owned by Disney.
Okay. Oh, my actual. Hold on, everyone. I know where she's saying.
How'd you forget this?
Hold on. What she's about to say might actually be, if it's not my number one choice, it's shooting to the top. I don't know how. I think I've forgotten it. Again, we'll get to her. I know what she's about to say. I think I forgot it because I've only been there once or twice, and we've been there vastly more for dinner.
Yes.
Correct? And there's a reason for that. Sarah, I know what you're going to say, and this would have been in my top 3. 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. Probably 1 or 2. Go ahead.
It is at Disney's Dolphin Resort.
Yep.
We are going to Rosa Mexicano.
Oh.
Which has...
Everyone, I'm ascending. The aliens are getting... I'm ascending.
Beloved potatoes. Some of the best breakfast potatoes on property.
Amazing. Yep.
And...
How did I forget?
The hack of all hacks. The secret menu breakfast item you need. Even better than gluten-free, dairy-free Tonga toast sliders. Gluten-free, dairy-free, and plant-based churro waffles that you need in your life.
Even I liked them. And I don't like churro that much, everyone.
So good.
Yeah, it was incredible.
So amazing.
My gosh.
The breakfast food, I think, is, again, it's going to be that Mexican-inspired options, huevos rancheros, other kinds of unique things. And I think everything is just so good. Like everything we got, super tasty. The breakfast potatoes were incredible.
Yeah,
you loved the bacon. You loved the coffee.
The coffee was incredible. The freaking coffee.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good. I have not much more to say than what Sarah said. I'll let her continue. I don't know how I forgot it. I probably forgot it because we have overwhelmingly been there for dinner more. Yeah. And should I say why?
Yeah.
Okay,
Parking.
everyone. There is an issue here. Let's just pull the bandage off on the minus of Rosa Mexicano for breakfast. If you're staying there, no issues.
If you're nearby, no issues.
No issues. We are local. We live fairly close. $34 parking plus tax. $38. It's obscene. It's absurd, and it should be illegal. Now, for dinner, they validate.
Correct. So if you're dining there for a dinner after 5 p.m., they will give you validation that will cover free parking.
Even for valet parking.
Even for valet. Yep. So that's a great thing. Unfortunately, they don't cover that for breakfast. We were able to get it covered the last couple times we went, but we're basically told you can't get that covered. So if you are going to drive there,
be prepared for an extra $40. Right. Possibly. Maybe they'll validate.
So
maybe not. But
that's something to know about. That's one reason we don't go as much, because the parking is...
It's disgusting.
Very, very, very expensive.
And again, I don't mind having to pay for parking. I do mind it if you're going there to spend a lot more money than that parking cost, because, again, I didn't major in business, okay? I'm not a businessman. But I got to believe we would have been there another 5 to 10 times for breakfast by this point if it wasn't the parking issue. So they, for us at least, just between us, they've lost money. So anyone from Swan and Dolphin, and you're watching this, cover parking as long as we prove we went to breakfast there.
Yeah.
We're there, we're spending a lot of money, and we want to spend more, but not $40 extra for parking.
Yeah, also, I will give 2 other pro tips for Rosa Mexicano. One, they do AAA discount even at breakfast. So
20%
they don't
off.
do annual pass or DVC, but they do AAA, and it's 20% off.
For dinner, yeah, we use it all the time.
The other thing that people do ask us a lot is, I can't find reservations for breakfast.
Oh,
Rosa Mexicano does not take breakfast reservations, so it is walk-up only. We have never had an issue getting a table. It's actually usually pretty quiet at breakfast. But that being said, you can't make a reservation. So know that going in. The food, I think if you have access to getting to that area without having to park there, whether it's Disney transportation, whether it's a ride share, minivan, whatever you do, it's really delicious and I think worth it.
Highest recommend.
Those gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan churro waffles,
like, and
amazing.
We'll link the video below, right?
Yeah.
We have a video on it. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. And if you have watched it, watch it again and again and again.
Yes. And it is not listed on the menu as an option, but if you ask your server, if you talk to a chef, they can do the Allergy Makey waffles for you with the churro mix. So it's a cinnamon sugar mix, and the regular version is made in a waffle maker where they put the mix on it and kind of make it crispy. They can't do that with the Allergy Mickey waffles because of cross-contamination. They want to make sure there's no allergy issues. They will make you fresh cinnamon sugar, and then they will sprinkle it on after the waffles are cooked. So just know that. Also, they make their own in-house waffle mix, which is super delicious.
It is.
And I think better than the current version of Mickey waffles.
It's better than what Disney, because again, this isn't run by Disney. Disney, step up your game to Rosa Mexicano levels.
Stop using Carbon's golden malted gluten-free pancake and waffle mix. It's not good.
It's not good, everyone. It's just not good.
So just know that that mix does contain soy. So if you have any allergies to soy, that's going to be not an option for you. But if you can have soy, please go and get these churro waffles. They are so good. I constantly crave them. All I want is churro waffles, strawberry sauce, and the Mexican hot chocolate.
Yep.
That's all.
That's it. I don't know how I forgot it. We're going to move on. Rosa Mexicano is amazing for breakfast. Incredible, amazing again for dinner. We love it. We go there. We don't vlog every time, but we go there a lot for dinner, everyone. We've been at Rosa Mexicano a lot. But yeah, the breakfast there is incredible. Knockout Trattoria al Forno for me. Put that with the 1900 Park Fair. I probably just forgot because I forgot. That's it.
Brandon is
I just forgot.
He's too tired for
I'm
breakfast.
too tired for breakfast, but I love it. Highest of high recommends. Get there.
Okay, so I have 3 more.
Okay, go ahead. Just take it away.
The next one is a new restaurant. It's at Disney Springs, and they do brunch, which is Summer House on the Lake. While I don't think it is the most mind-blowing brunch in the world, I love a good brunch option. I love kind of having breakfast foods, lunch options at the same time, and I think Summer House on the Lake has all of that and more. There are so many tasty options, whether it's gluten-free pancakes. Those do contain dairy, so if you cannot have dairy, those aren't going to be an option just because they can't modify them, but they do have pancakes that you can get gluten-free. They've got great chips and salsa and guacamole. They've got really good kind of Cali-Mex inspired food, which is super tasty. I've had several different options there, and all of them have been great, whether it was like huevos rancheros. I think I had like a Mexican hash brown option for breakfast. And if that's not your jam, you can get a burger, you can get fish and chips. There's lots of different options, and I think it's going to be a good bet if you're going to Disney Springs. I think it's a very solid brunch option.
Yeah, I have not much more to add, everyone. We're going to move on to another honorable mention. I agree with everything she said, and I believe I liked it. My memories are I really liked it. And I think they have the most amazing, what was the thing I really liked?
Oh, the Dream Puffs.
Yeah, oh my Mickey.
You can get those at brunch too.
Oh my Mickey. The cream puffs? I don't know what they're called.
Creamy Dream Puffs?
Absolutely amazing. I think we did a video. We've done a video. I can't.
Mama Joy's been in one.
Mama Joy's been in a video, and she's vastly more famous and popular than we are. Should Mama Joy have her own channel? Leave a comment below. No.
She probably should.
She probably should. All right, moving on. Next one, Sarah.
So I think that's a solid option.
Yep.
And then rounding out, I'm going to say Whispering Canyon Cafe at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And the reason I'm going to say this, Brandon's like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
He does not love the shenanigans. We don't always love the shenanigans at Whispering Canyon. Don't add us.
I never
love them.
love the shenanigans. Back in the day, they had the cards you could flip over to say, do you want shenanigans or don't want shenanigans? You're just getting shenanigans now, and
Not
maybe it's my age. And once I'm 25 years old now, so it's just I'm older, and again, people our age love the shenanigans, by the way. So I think Sarah can tolerate them a little more than I can. I can't stand them. Sarah, say what you have to say.
Well, if you are okay with shenanigans, I think it's nice because they have a variety of breakfast options that are kind of that barbecue inspired theme. They also have something unique that is hard to find at Disney, which is sausage gravy that's gluten-free. Does contain dairy, but if you can have dairy, that could be a really great option. They don't have gluten-free biscuits or anything like that, but they do have gluten-free allergy-friendly toast. So you can kind of make your own option if you want, but I love plentiful. You're going to get a ton of food there. I think you're going to have a rootin' tootin' good time if you like those shenanigans and you like kind of that barbecue, kind of Western-y inspired meal. And there's plenty of plant-based options there too, which I also think is nice. Usually they have, I think right now they've got a plant-based kind of skillet that you can get. So there's a variety of options. And if breakfast is not your jam, you can also order lunch and brunchy foods because it's open until 2 o'clock.
Yep. Okay. If you like shenanigans, it's okay. If you ever want to,
skip that.
we have, heck, in the past week, we've met a number of our patrons to go out to eat with them and everything. But if you ever want to meet up with us and you want to see me wallow, take me to a shenanigan place. That's all I'll say. You might laugh. I don't know. I will just go.
But the funny thing is you love character meals.
I do.
And for the most part, he likes character shenanigans. He just doesn't like...
You're right.
You just don't like the shtick of Whispering Canyon Cafe.
Yeah, it just has never landed. It's just never landed with me. Gorgeous resort, though. Moving on. Sarah, your final honorable mention.
All right, my final one is actually a quick service style option, and I feel like I would be remiss not to mention this because you can get them in the morning, and you should get them in the morning. This is how you should start your day. Go to Port Orleans, French Quarter, to Scat Cafe, and Sassagoula, Floatworks and Food Factory for a quick service bounty platter breakfast and some beignets.
Yeah, take it away. I got not much more to say, but perfect choice.
Yeah, beignets all day, every day. They are gluten-free, dairy-free, allergy-friendly.
Better than the regular ones.
So good. Yep. You can get them at the cafe right next to the quick service restaurant. They are available starting at like 7 in the morning.
Oh, that early?
Yeah.
Human beings wake up that early.
You should get some powdered sugar-covered sugar deliciousness.
Okay.
And start your day with a sugar buzz. Because get some coffee, enjoy the beignets, get some other breakfast there. I think it's just a great option if you're looking for something, again, unique, different, and you can get it and have it for breakfast. You could get it for a snack later in the day or dessert, but why not start with breakfast?
Exactly.
And beignets.
Yeah. I got not much more to say. I didn't think about it. It's a perfect choice, and I echo everything Sarah just said.
All beignets, all day.
Yeah, the beignets are amazing, and the gluten-free ones are better than the actual ones.
So good.
I've had them both. Everyone, if you're new to this channel, I am not gluten-free. Sarah is. And every so often you come across something, the gluten-free is actually better. We could do a list on that. What gluten-free options do we believe in the parks are better than the actual options? And these beignets would be on my list, for real. I prefer, because when we go just together, I can promise you Sarah would not mind if I got the regular ones.
Yeah,
like,
we don't keep gluten in the house, but so when we go out to eat, Brandon can get gluten when we go out.
Yep.
And usually, I would say
I'm not going to because I've had the regular ones there enough. Yeah. And if that's what you want, they're delicious too, but the gluten-free ones are better.
Yeah, I feel like there's quite a few things that you will always prefer the gluten-free option over the regular.
The Sanaa bread service, but we're not here for that video. Maybe that's another video. But these beignets, if you're watching this and you're not gluten-free, try them. Ask for them. Just take my word for it and try.
Yeah, so that is our top 5-ish list of our favorite gluten-free and allergy-friendly places for breakfast.
I hate myself for forgetting Rosa Mexicano. I can't stress it enough. Please go there. And please get rid of the $40 parking fee.
Oh, no. Well, if you have a place that we missed, a place that you love,
Down below.
let us know in the comments. If you have a place that we mentioned that you're like, that is not my jam, let us know that too.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with us.
Yeah.
Oh, we froze.
I thought you were going to keep going.
No, I wasn't going to. You don't have to agree with us. Some of the best conversations we've had in the comments before are people that actually don't agree with us. That's cool too. Or did we, like Sarah just said, did we completely forget something? Because Sarah pretty much knows everything on Disney property, but every so often she'll forget something.
It's true.
Leave a comment. We might go, oh, how did we miss that?
Yeah, so let us know what your favorites are. Any other suggestions or tips? Let us know if this video helped you kind of come up with different options and what other kinds of top 5 or top 10 videos that you would like to see.
Yep. So with that, thank you, as always, to our patrons on Patreon. You guys are all awesome. We always look forward to our live streams every month with you. Thank you to our potato holders, and both those links below are to our Patreon to support us and our potato holders to support us. And also our subscribers, you support us, so thank you to our subscribers. That's about it. Thumbs up, comment, bell, subscribe. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, really do it. That's it.
It's true. It helps. So with that, we'll see you with another video soon.
Bye.